live again. Hopefully, I don't know why it's doing that. I'm going to see if I'm going to be able to put these two videos together for the replay. I hope that we can put these two videos together for the replay. I'm going to have to start this poll again as well. Let me go ahead and start the poll again. What's your opinion? Do Zodiacs stick with collective? I don't know what happened, you guys. My app just died. And it's a little bit of a bummer because I don't know if I'm going to be able to put these replays together. So we'll see. I'm starting the poll right now. I was in the middle of shuffling the Zodiac of Importance for Cancer. I'm going to give it just 1 second for some of our friends to hop back in here. I don't know what happened. I know. I don't know what happened. You know, it wasn't just your connection. This is the second time. And mind you, I've only been going live here on YouTube this week. So, and it's only the 4th day. So 2 out of 4 days this has happened now. So I don't like that about this platform. I don't know why it's crashing like that. And unfortunately, I don't have a setup to be able to just do like a separate camera into a computer. Like I have to do it on my phone. So I'm going to see if I can try and troubleshoot why it's happening. I don't know. Either way, we're not going to let it get us down, and we're just going to continue moving forward. Hopefully, who is here, your aura is good. You don't deserve these crashes. I know, but thank you for that. I appreciate the positive energy. I don't know what's up with it. I'm going to see if I can troubleshoot it. I don't know. I really don't know. Either way, we're not going to let it keep us down. I will figure out a way to get both of these replays together, whether I have to download them and edit them myself and upload them, whatever. I will figure out a way to stitch both of these replays together so it's one big replay so we can continue doing what we're doing. I did start that poll again, so if you want to vote, if you like this format of the Zodiacs or sticking with the collective, and then we're going to go ahead and get the Zodiac for Cancer. All right, this is going to be that Zodiac of Importance for Cancer. And then after I do this, I am going to shuffle the affirmation for the earth signs because I realized that I did not shuffle that affirmation for the earth signs. We have Leo. So if you are a Cancer, you might be dealing with Leo, okay? You might also have Leo somewhere in your charts. But Leo's season is going to be mid-July through mid-August, okay? So this might be when you start to see some sort of big shifts, changes, energies, things like that. Maybe you want to come back and rewatch this video come Leo season and see how some of these things unfolded for you, okay? If you missed the majority of this reading, like I said, I'm going to hopefully be able to stitch both of these replays together so you can watch the whole thing. Super bummed about that. I was like, oh, you can go back and rewatch your signs while I'm still on live. I'm going to have to reach out. I'm going to have to reach out to YouTube support and see why does it do that. Like, why does it do that? It happened the other day, but when it happened the other day, when I reopened the app to jump back on, it said, like, you lost connection, do you want to resume the live? And I just said yes, and it was fine. This time it didn't. At least I get to change my vote. You know what? I am definitely gonna take the positive energy. Now this is the affirmation for the earth signs. I realized that I did not pull your affirmation, so this is again for Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, okay? I am wise. Just so you have a little affirmation for the next day or so, okay? I'm sorry, I totally forgot to shuffle your affirmation at the end of your reading. And we're gonna go ahead and move into Scorpio. So Scorpio, we have the Page of Cups. Wonderful energy coming out here. Page of Cups is the card of, I like negative energies. Well, you keep that to yourself, okay? I'm not going to judge, but we are protected over here. We get the evil eyes coming, so no negative energies my way. You keep that over there. We have the Page of Cups coming out for Scorpio. This is the card of personality. This is that sort of creative expression. Okay, so the Page of Cups energy is all about almost like taking a moment and figuring out who you are now. Now remember, we mentioned that we have this new love coming out. There is this sort of new opportunity for emotional fulfillment. We're also being called into diving deeper and learning about things that spark our interest. And through that, I think that's where we're starting to see our personality as well, right? We talk a lot about, with this Page of Cups, being this sort of energy of, now that we've gone through a previous chapter, a certain experience, I'm a different person now. So when was the last time, for all of my Scorpio friends, when was the last time that you actually kind of sat down and said, who am I now? Like, who are you now? Are you in alignment with things that truly vibrate with who you are on that level? You have evolved, you have changed. I mentioned this earlier as well, how we've even changed since the beginning of the year, even just a month ago, right? Can't believe we're already going to February, right? So yeah, exactly. It's like new vibe, who this, you know what I mean? We do have Magician coming out in reversal for your clarifying card here. I want all of you to remember that you are the manifester. You are the magician. You get to plant the seeds of what we're going to be essentially growing and experiencing in this next chapter. So for a lot of you, when it comes to this new opportunity for emotional fulfillment, especially too, I want to say with Scorpio energy, like Scorpio is like the fieriest of the water signs, right? So if we think about that, it's like, let's step into that fiery passion. Let's step into that sort of unhinged glimmer, right? Let's allow ourselves to say, all right, new opportunities for emotional fulfillment. I love that. What's going to give me that emotional fulfillment? Aligned with who I am now. Because the things that used to give you emotional fulfillment in the past probably aren't anymore, right? So this Magician card, it's like in the upright, he is the manifester. He gets to use all of the tools and experiences that he's gained along the way. This is that sign for all of you Scorpio friends to figure out what those tools and experiences are so you can plant them, create them, manifest them, call them into reality, pray for them. It's all the same. Whatever you call it, it's all the same. You're putting that intention out as this new version of you, as this authentic version of you, okay? I like that. I want to go ahead and actually get your Zodiac of importance. Yes, you are a magician. Everybody here is, well, not everybody, but we can all be the magician. You just have to believe it. We just have to believe it, all right? And remember, this one was for Scorpio, but if it resonates for you as well, it might absolutely be for you too. Let's go ahead and get your Zodiac of importance here. You have Aquarius. Aquarius season's right now. All right, so these are things that are happening right now for you, Scorpio, all right? You might also be dealing with an Aquarius. You might also have Aquarius in your chart. If you're cross-watching, maybe you are an Aquarius, and this was also meant for you too, okay? That's how those cross-watchers work. I'm having tongue-tied moments now. Yes, so Aquarius, that's going to be your Zodiac of importance there for all of my Scorpio friends. Now, we are going to move into Pisces. Let's go ahead and move over to Pisces. We have the Hierophant, all right? We have the Hierophant coming out. The Hierophant represents structure, routine, that sort of day-to-day life, what you do as your day-to-day checklist, okay? This sometimes can also be traditions. All right, so with this new love and this book energy coming out here, I almost want to say that this, for Pisces, this has to do more along the lines of new love for yourself, okay? This might be new love for yourself. This is allowing yourself to dive into the things that spark your interest. This is resetting or restarting your day-to-day routines. Maybe this is like, okay, I'm resetting. I know that I need to make a new schedule. So I'm going to wake up at this time. I'm going to set this time aside for this. I'm going to eat a healthy breakfast around this time. I'm going to make sure that I get this, and this done every day. It's very much that energy of some sort of structure and routine. And through that structure, through that routine, through that sort of, you know, if you show up and you check those things off your list every day, there will be success. It's like the key to success is that structure. It is that routine. You're going to end up finding a lot of new fulfillment and a lot of new love in your life. And again, that comes from all these other things. So let me go ahead and clarify and get a little bit extra of a message there. Yes, Zoe, I like this vibe too. I like this vibe too. Oh, Chariot. So yeah, moving forward towards success and victory through that new routine, that new structure. This is very much giving Pisces all self-love, self-care, and by doing that, look, I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes whenever you're rebuilding a routine for yourself or you're restructuring your life, whether this is day to day or week to week, however it resonates with you, sometimes it feels like what are we doing this for? You know what I mean? Remember that by doing this, you are calling in new opportunities for fulfillment in your life in a lot of different areas. It's going to give you new fulfillment on things that have sparked your interest, that you have been allowing yourself to read about, educate yourself about, diving deep into that sort of, the rabbit holes, right? Those things going to bring some fulfillment. Also within your relationships, whether this is your relationship with your friends, your family, your romantic partners, your relationship to yourself, you're finding more emotional fulfillment. It's like pouring into your cups, right? There is a lot of, don't forget, by changing the structure of your day-to-day, giving yourself new routines, you are moving forward with this Chariot towards success, towards victory, and towards a lot of growth. I love that too. The Chariot is very much like this victorious card, right? Let me go ahead and get a little Zodiac of importance for you, Pisces. I know that's a little bit shorter of a reading, but it's very to the point. It's very to the point. Jessica, I don't know, girl. We're always on the same wavelength. Libra, all about balance too. So maybe that structure and routine also is bringing balance into your life. If you have Pisces in your chart, or if you're dealing with a Pisces and you feel like things have been a little bit unbalanced, this new structure and routine in your day-to-day life will actually bring more balance as well. You might also have Libra in your chart, or you might be dealing with the Libra. Libra season might also be a season where some things are shifting and changing for the better. So maybe come back and rewatch us during Libra season. If you're just joining, welcome. This is actually our second half of our videos. The first half my app crashed. I will be reposting it as soon as I'm done with this second half, okay? So that way you guys can go back and rewatch all of your signs. We just finished up water signs. We're getting ready to shuffle the water sign affirmation, and then we're going to go into fire signs, okay? We already did air and earth. I would tell you to go back and rewatch it, but as of right this moment in the live, the app did crash, so you can't go back and rewatch it right this minute. But I will be posting that replay as soon as we're done with this live, okay? I'm just going to edit it all together. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. All right, let me go ahead and see. So a little affirmation for the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, a little affirmation to go with this, and then we'll move into our final element, fire signs. Let's see what's going on for the water signs here. Water sign affirmation. Aloha, welcome in. I don't do personal questions on live. I do for each zodiac sign. These are the water signs right now. We're getting ready to do fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If you missed your sign, make sure you subscribe. You can go back and rewatch the replay, okay? If you would like a personal reading where you can ask a specific question, go to themagicsiren.com. You can get a personal reading there, and all of my personal readings give you the opportunity to ask specific questions, okay? If you have any questions about it, let me know in the comments. We have I deserve success. So all the water signs here, this is your affirmation for the next, couple of days. Take it how long as you want. I deserve success, and believe it, because you do deserve success, okay? I love that. Especially a successful new opportunity for love, new success with the things that have sparked your interest. Wonderful energy. And aloha, welcome in. I'm glad that you're here. We are getting ready to move into the final element, fire. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, step on up. This could be your sun, your moon, or your rising. All right. We've already done air, earth, and water. I will be posting the replay if you missed your sign. And we're going to go ahead and get into it. This is a little bit of a new format for those of you that are just joining. All right. Yes, that law of attraction, the positive affirmations. What's going on here? Here we go. There we go. I'm playing, for those of you that want to know what music I'm playing in the background today, I am playing the Spiritual Baddie, Divine Power and Magnet Energy. It is over on my channel as well, so you make sure you go and check that out. Anytime you guys are doing dishes, folding laundry, maybe you're just trying to relax or you're having a little spa day, go check out my ambient music playlist. I've been posting videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I have some Aphrodite videos. I have 3 of those up so far. We have a full moon and a new moon one. With that full moon coming in on Sunday, you can start listening to that now, especially if you are on our Patreon. I just posted today a guided meditation and journaling session over on Patreon, and it would be a great time to play the full moon video and music in the background for that. Or even if you're not on Patreon, you could just check that out and have it playing in the background. This week I uploaded the Soft Girl Life, or Soft Life Girly, I think that's what it's called. That one's a little bit more of like that soft, calm energy. This one that I posted yesterday is the Spiritual Baddie, Divine Power and Magnet Energy. And tomorrow I will be posting the Fairy Core vibes for all of my fairy girls out there, all my fairy friends. All right, we're moving into the final element here, fire. Okay, this is going to be for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Oop, I just had a little hiccup, sorry. Hello, Nicholas plays it on Alexa to fall asleep. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. I love that so much. I wish that I could just come and like hang out with all of my nephews over there, Sabra. All right, let's go ahead and move it. At least they know that their auntie Alysia is coming in with the vibes, okay? I'm coming in with the vibes. I'm helping everybody sleep and have sweet dreams and living their best life, you know what I mean? All right, I'm going to take a little drink of my aloe and then we're going to get into it. I listened to the Soft Girly while I was taking a bubble bath and doing self-care. Oh my gosh, yes! If y'all ever have ideas for those too, let me know, because I've been having so much fun on my music journey lately that like I'm having a really good time making the music, mastering it, putting it all together, making the videos, making the graphics, putting the movement. Like I'm having a good time with it. So if y'all have ideas, let me know. I think next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to do a whole week of Hecate, just because a lot of people love working with Hecate. And I have a lot of us in this community that have asked me about it before, so I am going to post like a whole week of that. But I'm telling you, we got a lot of good things coming up with it. He's so funny. He told his ortho doctor that he doesn't walk down the stairs. He jumps because he has big energy. That's so cute. That's actually so adorable. All right, here we go. Fire energy. The last element of the night. Let's get into it. We're going to shuffle for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Come on up to the front. Your time is here. If you're cross-watching, pay attention. Let's get into it. What's happening in terms of love for our fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius? This could be your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus if we're talking about love. What's going on here for Aries and love? Not Aries, but all fire signs. You had two. Let's talk about it. You have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life, as well as romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Look at this. Y'all are on a path of divine timing. Divine timing is at work all the time for everyone, everywhere, all the time. Okay, so divine timing is at work here. I will say, for some of you, you might be getting a little bit impatient when it comes to emotional fulfillment. Maybe there is a longing of some sort of happiness. Cabin fever. I feel like cabin fever is important to say here, especially for all of the fire element, because fire energy is such a nature sort of vibe. I know that they're all nature elements, right? They all have to do with nature. But for some reason, fire in this reading right now, it feels a little bit of cabin fever. Try and figure out a way to bring some outdoors indoor for you. Go buy some fresh flowers. Go get a couple of house plants. Spend some time outside if you can. Know that divine timing is at work here, and you're going to be able to kind of do that frolicking outside again for your emotional fulfillment soon enough, okay? This also has to do with you know, when it comes to your relationships with like interpersonal relationships, this also has to do with knowing that your feelings are very much valid. They will be fulfilled. They will be seen. Everything is happening in divine timing. Okay, let's go ahead and see for a general side of things. We have body work. Your life purpose involves body work, such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. This actually goes hand in hand with that yoga card that we had for, I believe it was Earth signs. I think it was Earth signs, so maybe some of you also have Earth in your chart, or maybe you are cross-watching as an Earth sign, okay? But this also represents putting your physical body on the top of your priority list, allowing yourself to stretch, to move, get the blood flowing, get that stagnant energy moving, get it out of your system. Maybe booking a massage if you have the extra means to do so. Maybe getting a little massager yourself and just doing your shoulders, maybe getting your feet, putting your feet in a little warm bath. This does have to do with your physical body and putting that on the top of your list. Let's go ahead and get into our cards for each sign here. We're going to shuffle for Aries first. If you're just joining, welcome. If you have specific questions, please go to themagicsiren.com. You can get a personal reading over there and ask your specific question. Otherwise, hang out, listen to your zodiac sign. If you missed your sign, I will be posting the replay in just a little while. We have Emperor for Aries. This is your card, so I like that that's coming out here. You are showing up as you. But this is also a message of authority, leadership, kind of taking charge of your life. We have the Seven of Swords coming out in reversal for Leo. Leo, you are definitely in this space where you have, I almost feel like you've isolated yourself a little bit because there was a little bit of sneaky snake energy around you, and now you're like, you know what, I'm not dealing with anybody or anything. I'm in my hermit mode, but not necessarily hermit mode in the tarot deck, more like I'm isolating myself, which could be okay, but also to just know that, like, opening yourself up to still having connections with people and doing things with people is also important, okay? Let's go ahead and shuffle for Sagittarius, and then we're going to talk a little bit about each one of these as well, and we're going to get a little clarifier. Let's go ahead and get a card for Sagittarius. Let's get a card for Sagittarius. Nine of Cups. Taking that time for the bigger picture questions so those wishes can be fulfilled. All right, let's go ahead and talk about it. Aries, you're first. You have that Emperor card coming out. Like I said, the Emperor represents authority, structure, really leadership. I feel like this card, especially when it comes out for you, Aries, because this is your card in the tarot deck, to me, this is very much that energy of, like, let's take leadership of our life right now. Sometimes what ends up happening here is we know that divine timing is at work. And because we know divine timing is at work and we know how we feel about things, and, you know, we're trying to just kind of do everything and surrender to the ebb and flow, sometimes we surrender too much. And there is that reminder of, like, just because we know that divine timing is at work doesn't mean that we shouldn't still be continuing to, like, plant seeds and still try to move forward, like making forward movement and forward steps. Just because divine timing is at work doesn't mean that we shouldn't lose passion, forward movement, excitement, okay? Son of Wands is the Knight of Wands in this deck. The Knight of Wands is literally what I'm talking about here. The Knight of Wands represents moving forward with excitement, confidence, passion, moving forward. It's literal fire energy. You're double fire with your sign, and you know what? We have that full moon on Sunday in Leo, which is also a fire sign, okay? Maybe for some of you Aries, we need to release the energy of stagnant. Maybe that's what we're talking about with this body movement. Maybe for you Aries, you already know that divine timing is at work here. You already know how you feel about things, but instead we need to get the stagnant energy moving. When we know that divine timing is at work and we know how we feel about things, sometimes we just sit there and we wait for things to kind of show up in our life, but we know that it also doesn't necessarily work that way. So this is that card of saying, don't remember that you are the leader here in your life. Don't forget that you are essentially your authority figure. Start moving forward. Get excited for what's to come. Allow yourself to get passionate and confident and motivated. What you are going to end up calling into your life over the next couple of weeks is ultimately going to be on how much charge did you end up taking during this sort of chapter. during this moment, okay? Allow yourself to step into that fiery energy of the Emperor. You are Aries. You know what I mean? You're Aries. I actually want to see what your zodiac of importance is here. I want to see what your zodiac of importance is here. I'm actually going to laugh if it is Aries. This one turned, so I'm going to take it. It's Aries! So I said, I'm going to laugh if it's Aries, because this feels very much like, don't block your blessings right now, Aries. Do not block your blessings right now. The things that you want are coming, but we can't just sit and wait for it either. Continue doing other things that make you happy, that make you excited. Literally just get pumped for what's coming. Like, pushing out that sort of fiery, excited vibes is going to attract this to come in faster. Start doing that body work. Get your body moving. Put your favorite music on. Dance around your house like nobody's watching. Go do those things. Do all of those things. Okay, I know the cards are on fire tonight. It's not even me, girl. It's the cards. The cards are flying. The energies were so crazy that it shut down the live. Let's move on to Leo. We're gonna move on to Leo here. Leo, we have the Seven of Swords in reversal. Like I mentioned, this feels very much like you have isolated yourself because there was some sort of sneaky snake energy that happened in the past. For some of you, this could have happened a long time ago. It doesn't even have to be something that happened in the very recent past. This could have been something that happened a while ago, where, you know, somebody did you wrong. Cheating, stealing, lying, that sort of vibe. Somebody was dishonest with you, maybe stabbed you in the back, whatever the case is, okay? And that happened already because it's in reversal. With that being said, just because that happened doesn't mean that, like, new things aren't coming in for you. It doesn't mean that we sit in a stagnant energy and isolate ourselves. There is a difference between being in hermit mode and isolation. Hermit mode is asking you, which I'm going to laugh if hermit comes out now. Hermit mode is asking you to figure out what your inner light is being fueled by, okay? And it also feels like cabin fever. I'm gonna throw that out there again, right? Bring the outdoors into you right now, Leo. Actually, all fire signs. All fire signs. Bring outdoors into you if you can. Go get a new house plant. Don't forget to water the plants in your house. Go get some fresh flowers. Get some aromatherapy going with some, like, cedar oil or some eucalyptus or citrus oils. Like, get something that makes you feel outdoorsy inside your house, okay? But with this being said, Leo, it feels like because things have happened in the past, we have isolated. The difference between hermit and isolation is hermit says shadow work, looking within, what makes you happy, what fuels your inner star so we can start moving forward. More than likely, this isolation started as hermit mode, but now that we've already figured those things out about ourselves, again, your feelings are real, you know what they are, now it's time to actually start moving forward and surrendering a little bit to the ebb and flow. Four of Pentacles is nice because it does represent protecting what we've worked for. We're protecting our heart, we're protecting our emotions, but sometimes we're holding on to things too tightly. I think for some of you, maybe you've gotten fairly comfortable in this sort of isolation, but yet there's also the itch of cabin fever, okay? So finding that balance is going to be important, and for a lot of you Leos, I think that is going to come with the body work. Movement, massage therapy, dancing, stretching, yoga, and even energy work, even Reiki sessions, whether you're doing Reiki sessions in person, remotely, online, whatever it is, okay? Let me get a zodiac of importance for you too, Leo. I feel like a lot of these fire messages tonight are very straight and to the point. Look at this Aquarius. This is happening right now for you guys, okay? Also, too, you might have Aquarius somewhere else in your chart. Maybe you're an Aquarius cross-watching. But this is right now. We are still in Aquarius season. Aquarius season ends, I mean, we just started, to be honest. It's not, we still got like 2.5 weeks of Aquarius season. So, like, these are things that are happening right now, Leo. I mean, I would definitely say, try your best to get out of cabin fever and try your best to open up, maybe surrender to the flow a little bit. Reach out to a friend that you haven't talked to in a while. Make plans to go meet up for a cup of coffee. Invite them over for dinner. Even doing like some sort of live video chat or like a virtual dinner party or something. Do something to connect with other people, other energies, because I think that's really what's going to help kind of spark your flame to come back. right now with all of the snowstorms and it being so cold everywhere, I know it's really difficult, especially for the fieriest fire sign of Leo energy here, being trapped in the house. That also does not help, okay? Isolating yourself, again, there's a difference. Find the balance between isolating and hermit mode, and also finding that balance of saying, okay, I know that divine timing is at work for me, I know how I feel about things, but I also need to make sure I'm putting myself out there, all right? My nose is getting very itchy. Somebody just hopped in here. Okay, moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius has the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is 100% that message of, hey, ask yourself the bigger picture questions here. This is a little bit different than Aries and Leo. I'm going to be honest. This feels a little bit different than these two. This to me feels more along the lines of, what do you want in terms of emotional fulfillment, Sagittarius? Especially if you have Sagittarius in your Venus sign, or maybe even your rising sign, this feels very much like, what do you actually want? Like, what is going to make you happy? What is actually going to make you happy? If we're looking at life in, like, let's say we're looking at it in quarters or seasons, right? We're getting ready to end the winter season for the spring equinox, okay? That's going to be like March 22nd, March 21st or March 22nd. From now until then, like, we really need to be asking these bigger picture questions of, like, what's going to make you happy when spring gets here? Or if we're looking at it like quarters, okay, the first quarter is going to end at the end of March. So it's like, really, from now until March, we should be asking ourselves, like, what does happiness mean to you? What does fulfillment mean to you? What do you need in order to feel happy? What is it that you, like, what do you need? Like, what will make you happy? That's literally what we're getting here, okay? If you're having a hard time figuring that out, move your body, first and foremost. That body work, move your body. For some of you too, you might also be storing some traumas in certain areas, like different chakras. Specifically feeling sacral chakra there, but I could be wrong. That might be very specific for one of you. Let me know in the comments, especially if you're watching the replay. I want to go ahead and get your clarifying card. The thing about the Nine of Cups, it says ask yourself those bigger picture questions, so that way they can be answered and then fulfilled. We talk about, a lot of people talk about the Nine of Cups being this card of wish fulfillment, but I feel like that's very vague and very general. How are your wishes going to be fulfilled if you don't know what they are? And I think that's what this card comes down to. Yeah, things are okay, but what do you want to be absolute happy and fulfilled? What do you need for it to feel completed? What is it that the Ten of Cups means to you? Because you are the main character. We have the Star card here. It's like, you are the main character. You are also dealing with this right now because the Star card is the star of Aquarius, and we are in Aquarius season. Some of you might also have Aquarius in your chart. You're dealing with an Aquarius. Maybe you're also a Aquarius cross-watching, and this might be resonating for you too. But the Star card says you're the main character, you're the star of the show. You get to kind of decide, what is it that's going to make me happy? What is it that I want? Divine timing is at work, and divine timing wants to send these things into my life. What are my feelings about them? Getting clear about what your feelings truly are about your life now, what you want it to look like, and how you're gonna get there, the in between. How does that make you feel? It's a little bit different of a vibe from the Aries and Leo energies. Okay, let's go ahead and get a zodiac of importance for you. Let's go ahead and get a zodiac of importance for Sagittarius. What do we got for Sagittarius here? Heavy on the body work energy too, especially through like the meditative processes. We have Capricorn. I think for some of you, maybe something even happened during Capricorn season that shifted how we feel about things. I think Capricorn season going into Capricorn season, which would have been before the middle of December, I think things felt better. I think maybe you felt like you were a little bit on top of things and things were going in your favor and happiness was around you and there was fulfillment and all these things. And then something happened going right into Capricorn season, or sometime between mid-December and mid-January, where there was a shift. There was a change. It felt like those moments of feeling like we're on top of everything, now it's like a little bit more chaotic. Take a moment to figure out what is it that you need in order to feel like that again. To feel like you're on top of it again. Okay? let's go ahead and get the affirmation for the fire signs before we wrap up this live. Let's go ahead and get the affirmation for the fire signs. And let me know if you liked this format. I think we're going to stick with this format for a while. We got more votes for this format on this live than the last one. Let's go ahead and see. I release all negative thoughts of the past and worries for the future. Yes, let me read that one more time. I release all negative thoughts of the past and worries for the future, and remember that divine timing is at work. Do not forget that divine timing is at work here, fire signs. That's what that worries of the future should be going out the window. If anything, we are trying to bring in nature to us so that it comes in quickly. I love that. All right, fam, past my bedtime. Good night. Get some rest. I'll be live again tomorrow, okay? I'm going to go ahead and end this poll here. I think we're going to stick with this format for a little while. All right, I think we're going to stick with this format for a little while. If we're feeling like it, we'll switch back and forth. But I think for the most part, this is going to be nice, especially when it comes to being able to watch the replay. It's going to be nice for everybody to be able to kind of just, fast forward right to their elements and things like that. Yeah, don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about a thing. Everything's going to be all right. That's my song for Teresa, too. I haven't seen Teresa in a couple of days. I'm going to have to reach out to her, make sure she's doing all right. All right, I'm just cleaning up here. That's going to be the end of our live, okay? If you're not subscribed to this channel, please make sure you subscribe. I go live every single day here for our free tarot hour. We have a whole lot of fun. I also recently, actually yesterday, opened up enrollment for the 7-day intuition activation. It is a workshop. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. All the information is over at themagicsiren.com. I also offer personal readings. The promo code for the month of February is LOVE15, LOVE15, no spaces. Use it at checkout to get 15% off any personal reading or live session, excluding flash readings, okay? But it includes all of the other emailed readings and specialty readings. That's all I got for you. I appreciate all of you so much for being here. I think she's been busy too. I appreciate all of you so much for being here. Keep your eye out tomorrow. I will be posting the Fairy Core ambient music. I'm excited for that. And I'm going to go ahead and edit this video to make sure that both of these lives are together so you can watch them all at one time. And I will see you again tomorrow, okay? Get some rest, get some sleep. Thank you so much for being here, and aloha.